All right, buenos días. So today we are going to learn about how to say the time in Spanish. So by now you should know the numbers. You must know all the numbers, right? So I guess, let's see if I go here, right? I see the numbers, 11, 12, 13, 14. You should know all this now. Do you know how to count 1 to 10? Do you? So es 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, y 10, right? And then we add all this, okay. All right, so let's go back here, how you say the time. So right here, we're gonna talk about how you say the time. So, how would you say in Spanish? Where is my paper right here? How will you say it is? It is. In Spanish, you say es la or son las. Okay, when do you gonna say, when you say es la? When you're talking about 1 o'clock to 1:59, okay? When you are talking about this time, 1 o'clock or 1:59. And when are you gonna say son las? For everything else. All right, for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. You're gonna use son las, okay? All right. So, and remember how to count, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 y 10. Ok. Ay, 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 ay. 10. Ok. Yes. Okay. Now, so let's see. Right now it's 2:40. All right. So it's 2:40. How will you say that in Spanish? Remember, we say you have to use el, es la, or son las. In this case, you're gonna say son las because it's no between 1 and 1:59. So you're gonna say son las. How you say 2, dos. And you always have to say E, 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 which is why. E. Every time you say the time, you gotta say the time, the hour, and the minutes. So you gotta split those two numbers with E. Y 40, okay? Son las 2:40. That's it, right? How about here? How you say that one? Okay, so when we go here, it's between these two numbers, so we're gonna say es la. Es la, how you say one? Una, and then you must have y. 30, all right? 30. Now, be careful with 15 minutes and 30 minutes. 15 minutes, you can say cuarto, and 30 minutes, you say media, okay? Which is media, like 10, 30. Media, you can say 30 or media. And 15, it's 15, which is 15 or cuarto, for example. Okay, right here. See, 1:30 or es la 1:30. You can say both, all right? But what happens if we have now this one? So remember, it's 3 o'clock, so you're going to say son las 3 y, you must have y 15 or, 15, or you're going to say, this is wrong. Son las 3:15 or son las 3:15. Okay, it's right to say, you pick between 15 or cuarto. Okie dokie, now we go back here. Let's see, right here. Okay, so we talk about this one, we talk about this one, and then we're going to talk about this other one, which is a little bit complicated, all right? So be patient, be patient. Time can be a little bit complicated. Menos, menos. Menos means minus, okay? Minus, you see? Minus, when you subtract. So when you are giving the time, when you are, let's see, when you are doing 40 minutes and up, okay, when the time have 40 minutes and up, what does that mean? Like 1:40 or 1:45 or 1:50 or 1:55, okay? So that's what I'm saying, 40 minutes or up. So what you're gonna do, this is what you do in Spanish, okay? You have to use, there are two different ways to do it. One is to say it's 1:40, which is la 1:40, es la 1:40, or, all right, or, ready? All right, so this number have to go up. So this is 1. What's the next number? Next to 1. What will be the next number up? That will be 2. All right, so that will be 2, right? So you have to do 2 minus. So you got to subtract to 2 o'clock. How many minutes to go down to 1:40? You have to subtract 20 minutes, correct? So then you say son las 2 menos 20. All right, I know this is confusing, but this is how you do it. So you do es la 1:40, which is 1:40, or this number have to go up, right? So 2 o'clock, and then you have to subtract 20 minutes, and that will be equal to 1:40. So then you have to say son las 2 menos 20, which is equal to 1:40. That's how you give the time in Spanish, 2 different ways. How about this one? Let's do it together. Es la 1:40. You must have y 45. Or, all right, remember this number goes up, which is what number? 2. Then you're going to subtract to time 2. You're going to subtract how many minutes to get to 1:45. Well, you will have to say son las 2. Remember, las 2, no more es la. It's son las, right? Because you have to say 2 menos, how many minutes you have to do? You have to do 15. You have to subtract 15 minutes from 2 o'clock. Son las 2 menos 15. So that means it's 2 minus 15. We're doing math here. That's equal to 1:45. So this one right here. So let's do it the hardest way. So the next number will be 2. So you have to say son las 2. Okay, so how many minutes you have to subtract from 2 o'clock to make it 1:50? So minus, menos, correct, 10. You have to subtract 10 minutes. Son las 2 menos 10, right? That's how you give the time. Somebody say, hey, ¿qué hora es? What time is it? Then you will say, son las 2 menos 10. Son las 2 menos 10. So that person in their head will do the numbers and they will say, oh, okay, it's 1:50, right? Doesn't make sense, but that's how we give the time in Spanish. Again, 2 different ways, and you need to know those 2 ways because you have to say the 2 different ways, all right? In the activities, you might have to use the hardest way. So that's why I have to teach you the both way. And remember, 15, which is 15 minutes, also you can say cuarto, okay? Okay, you can say 15 or cuarto. Remember, we talk about that? And it's also right here, and you have access to all this. All right, one more thing. So, again, when you say the time, you have to say, how will you say in English? It is es la or son las, all right? Es la is only between 1 and 1:59, and son las is all the numbers. Now, how about when you are talking about what time is your appointment, when you say it's at 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock, all right? You are not, when you say my appointment is at 2 o'clock, you are not saying what time is it right now. You're saying that your appointment is at 2 o'clock. In Spanish, when you want to say at 3 o'clock, at 4 o'clock, at 7 o'clock, it's a la or a las. Again, when do you use a la? 1 o'clock to 1:59. And this one right here is all the numbers, okay? Now, please be clear that this one right here does not say the time. That means just at what time an event starts, okay? But this one right here, it say the time, okay? It's telling you the time. Let me see here. Okay, so I think I covered everything. Try to do those activities. Hopefully this video will be enough. If it's not, you're welcome to email me. All right? Adios.